Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. So I just picked up some steaks from Walmart and I'm going to be reverse searing these steaks the right way. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm starting with some New York strip steaks, and as you can see I paid $31.92 from Walmart, and they looked pretty good out of the packaging. It says right here on the package that these are USDA choice, so again, they've got some decent marbling. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take these steaks out of the package. So this is probably the very first time that I buy steaks from Walmart, and the only reason I did was because, again, the package did say that they were USDA choice and the marbling looked decent. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some kosher salt to these steaks. Now these are going to be sitting in my fridge for 4 hours, and I'm going to take them out, I'm going to smoke them, and then we'll reverse sear them. As far as the salt that I'm using, I am using Morton's kosher salt. You can get this at your grocery store. So I'm just going to add enough salt. In fact, we're just going to cook these steaks with nothing but salt, and I will add a little bit of pepper once these are cooked. So add a good amount of kosher salt. Now, one of the questions I often get is, why do you use kosher salt instead of regular table or iodized salt? Well, number one, kosher salt has a less salty flavor to it, and I really like the taste of the flakes in kosher salt. So if your food's coming out a little too salty and you're using table salt, you might want to switch to a kosher salt. So adding some kosher salt to your steaks a few hours or maybe even overnight prior to cooking your steaks is going to do a couple of things, okay? It's really going to tenderize the steak. It's going to draw some of that saltiness into the steak, and it's going to draw moisture out of the steak, and that's going to give us an outstanding tasting steak. So I'm going to pop these in my fridge for, again, 4 hours, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I just pulled the steaks out of the fridge after 4 hours. Just a reminder that we season these steaks with nothing but kosher salt. I went ahead and started my Lone Star Grill's pellet smoker, and I've got it running at 200 degrees. So I checked my pellet hopper, and it's still about halfway filled with these smoking pecan pellets. If you guys remember, I did an 11 or 13 hour cook, I don't remember exactly, plus the 4 hour video that I did on seasoning this smoker. So that's about 15 hours on 20 pounds of pellets. That is impressive. Again, I've got the smoker running at 200 degrees, but check this out. Look at the amount of smoke that's going to be inside this chamber. Look at that. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this because of the amount of smoke that's coming out of the smoker, but here are the steaks. Again, nothing but salt so far. So I've got them on this rack. I'm going to place them on the top rack of the smoker. 200 degrees. I'm looking for 110 degrees. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Alright, so these steaks hit 110 degrees and the total cook time was 45 minutes. And this is what they look like right here. They actually look like dry aged steaks. But number one, the aroma that's coming from these steaks is absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait to put a nice sear on these steaks and give them a taste. So I'm just going to move these aside. Alright, so I've got my induction burner here, and I'm going to be using a stainless steel pan to put a really nice sear on these steaks. This is exactly the way a lot of your high-end steakhouses do it. I want to thank Caraway for sponsoring today's video. Caraway is a non-toxic cookware brand. This means their cookware is free of potentially harmful toxins such as PFOA and PTFE, both of which can severely affect your health over time. Yes, you can buy the pans individually, but if you buy the entire set, you save 20%. Not only that, if you use Smokin Joe at checkout, you save an additional 10%. Check out Caraway at the link below and thank them for sponsoring today's video. So Caraway does use 5 layers of steel when they build their stainless steel pans. Now, I've got a stainless steel pan kit that I thought was like good quality, but I was wrong. Check this out. So this is a small stainless steel pan that I've had for a couple of years, and again, it feels heavy, but it's weighted on the bottom. So if you can see that right there, that is a weight. That means the heat distribution is not going to be as even like on the Caraway pans. Now let me show you this. This is a chip clip with a magnet. Look at that. The magnet does not even stick to this pan right here. It'll stick to the bottom, okay? But this company is cheating when they're building these cheap pans. Now Caraway, check this out. Look at that. That magnet sticks on the entire pan. Not just the bottom, but the sides. So because of this, you're gonna get a lot more even heat distribution using the Caraway pans. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start my induction burner right here. I'm gonna set it at a medium temperature. So anytime that you're cooking with stainless steel, you wanna make sure that you preheat your pan. Now, there's a really nice trick that I'm gonna show you in a bit on when this pan is ready to be cooked on. So here we go. There you go. See that? See how the water's kind of dancing around the pan? That's when the pan is ready to be cooked on. So again, if the water evaporates really fast, it's not ready. Let it go a little bit more, throw some water in there, and once these water beads start to skate around the pan, it is ready to be cooked on. All right, let's go ahead and sear up these steaks. I'm starting with a little bit of butter, a whole stick to be exact. Just mix that around. Look at how quick that melts. All right, so let the butter warm up for about 30 seconds. Here's our first steak. Just drop it in there and do not move it. Again, these steaks are seasoned with nothing but kosher salt. Got some rosemary, some aromatics. So we're not gonna touch these steaks for about 2 minutes, but I do wanna baste the steaks with some of this butter. All right, so I'm gonna give these steaks 2 minutes and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so it's been 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and flip our steaks and check out the sear. Here we go. Look at that. Absolutely perfect sear on this steak. Let's get this other one flipped. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna baste our steaks with this rosemary infused butter. And again, we're at a medium temperature, okay? We're not blasting the temperature, and look at this amazing sear. So I'm looking for about 130 degrees internal, and right now we are sitting at 127 degrees, which is perfect. 1 more minute, we're gonna pull these steaks. All right, so these steaks are ready. They've hit about 130 degrees internal. I'm gonna pull them off and rest them for about 5 minutes. And look at that, our butter is not burnt. So I'm gonna throw on our last steak, give that a good sear. All right, so check out these beautiful steaks and that nice sear. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper on these steaks. Again, nothing but salt and pepper. Remember, we got a lot of flavor going on with the smoking pecan pellets and that rosemary infused butter. Oh yeah, plus that sear is gonna give off a ton of flavor on these steaks. All right, so the steaks are ready and they have been resting for 5 minutes, but let's just take a minute to look at this perfection. Got a really nice crust, beautiful color, nothing but salt and pepper. Oh yeah. I'm gonna move these aside and slice in this bad boy right here. Check out that color. Perfect. Nice medium rare, extremely juicy. I gotta tell you, this is a perfectly seared steak. Let's give this a taste. All right guys, so check this out. Perfect color on the inside. We're going for a medium rare. We may have gone a little bit over, but it's still really nice and juicy. Check that out. Oh yeah, it's juicy, all right. Let's give it a taste. Here we go. Wow. So juicy. The flavor, that smoky flavor, the salt and pepper, and that sear, that's delicious. Check out all these juices that came out of this one steak right here. This is all yumminess right here. So good. Guys, I'm telling you, I think going forward, I'm gonna pan sear all of my steaks because this is absolutely delicious. Now I'll be the first to admit that there is nothing wrong with a beef at Walmart. I hope you guys enjoyed this reverse seared steak video. Don't forget to check out Caraway and thank them for sponsoring today's video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.